Welcome, Pisces, to your mid-month love and relationships reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. This reading goes from mid-May to mid-June, and it can extend a little bit more as well, possibly even up to 2 to 3 months. But it's relevant for whenever you are watching this. Now, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and let what doesn't go. And this is also to do with all of your relationships, not just your love relationships. This is for family, friends, work colleagues, all of that stuff as well. Now, let's get into your reading. And Pisces, I'm absolutely loving the energy that you have for the next few weeks. Your overall energy for the next few weeks is the World card, and this is just beautiful energy. There is an end of a cycle here for you. There's a completion, and things are really changing. And you're able to, and when I say an ending, this is a happy, successful ending of a particular part of your life that you're really able to say goodbye to, but in a happy way. It's like you've reached a triumphant moment in your life at right now, Pisces, and you are just absolutely in ecstasy. Now, for some of you, this card is ruled by Saturn. And so for some of you, you may have a significant Capricorn in your life because Saturn does rule Capricorn. But this really is, it's almost like you've got a tremendous sense of excitement and mystery about what you've achieved, what's completed, and what's about to begin. There's almost like there's a whole new chapter in your love life or your relationships with significant others happening over the next 4 weeks, and it's making you quite excited. Now, if you are in a relationship, this is actually symbolizing an important stage of completion in your relationship. So one part of it has closed off and you might be moving on to the next part. Now, for some, you could be getting engaged, whereas you were just boyfriend and girlfriend. For others, you might have been dating and now you're making it more serious. You might be getting married. It's like one part of your relationship is closing off and now something new is beginning. You may be getting intimate and things are getting deeper, and it's a major change here that's quite significant, and it's something that you can both share together. Now, often this is a card about children. So if you're involved with a Capricorn, you might be having children with a Capricorn, or someone in your life that is a Capricorn may be having children. You could even be having a child that will be a Capricorn. But when children come into your relationship, this completely changes it as well. So the way your relationship was before kids is completely different to being a mum or a dad. And it's like there's like profound changes, and you're ready for them. However that the changes are. Now, if you are not in a relationship, I'm feeling like that is ending as well, that you are now going to be moving on to perhaps looking for someone. You're ready to move on to be in a relationship with someone. But it's really like you've reached a point in your life over the next 4 to 6 weeks where nothing is going to be the same as it was. And it's like, you've reached some kind of turning point. There's a joint destiny here for you and your partner if you are in a relationship. And you might even be traveling with your partner, you might be moving in together. There's just something here that really promises to be quite meaningful and quite long term. Now, whenever the World card does show up, it's like you're being offered this special gift almost, and it's like you're both at the end and the beginning. It's quite unusual because most of the time in traditional tarot decks, and this particular deck, this giant one here, is no different. The central figure is encircled with a wreath of some sort, and the wreath is one whole. It doesn't end. So it's saying that you're at the end, but you're at a brand new beginning as well. And because of this, the energy of this is actually linked to the Wheel of Fortune in a sense, and you're able to develop and do things, move forward is essentially that message of the wheel. You're moving forward, you're able to develop and move on. And again, this can be talking about having a child, getting married, beginning a long-term commitment to somebody else. But, it can also be a wonderful relationship with yourself. And people that are single and that don't have that person right now in their life, you are working on yourself. You're finding that your career is now moving up a level, and you might even want to be getting some education and changing things up. You might be beginning or even ending a long period of education or study here, and that is now leading you into that next stage of your life. But it's almost like you're really happy to leave that part of your life behind you now. There's no sadness here at all. You're embarking on a new journey, and you're leaving that past behind forever. And it's been a natural unfolding. It's not something that you're being wrenched from. It's not like the Death card where there's a sudden change, or the Tower. It's a natural progression, and you are so wonderfully happy. Now, for your Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards, now you have some really interesting cards, and I've never seen this before, but you've got 2 of the chakra cards. Now, this is quite interesting here, particularly when you've got the Balance card. And while I was meditating on this, I was feeling that you are in this place now where you are having to balance between your mind and the way you think, and the way your intuition is telling you to do things as well. But you are really, having 2 chakra cards is quite spiritual, and it requires some of you to actually balance out these chakras, and it's quite interesting that you've got the Balance card there. Now, this normally would, in a traditional deck, this is the card of Temperance, and this is a card of renewal. It's a card of equality, harmony, healing. So for a lot of you, balance is a really important aspect of life, and it's especially important in relationships as well. Now, and I'm talking both with other people and balance within yourself as well. And what the Balance card talks about is it's suggesting that you examine your relationships to see if they are really balanced. And, a healthy relationship needs to have time spent together, as well as that time spent apart. You need to be able to let the winds of heaven flow between you, is a famous saying that I think came from the runes. I'm not sure if you know about runes, but they are traditional Norse stones with imagery on them, and they tell your fortune as well. So this is a very similar message coming through here, that you need to be as one but be apart as well, if you can kind of imagine what I'm talking about. Now, it just really talks about essentially taking some time just to be peacefully on your own for a bit, to renew your acquaintance with yourself, get to know yourself better, acknowledge that you are this wonderful being, and you need to acknowledge what it is that you are bringing to a relationship, or what your part is in an existing relationship. And, what does your partner bring to it as well? Are you both equal? Are you making sure that no one is more dominant than the other? Compromise is really required when the balance card shows up. And compromise makes any relationship harmonious. And this is what what everyone is aiming for, really. So if you have been having any little issues there with people around you, be willing to find the middle ground here, and you'll help to ensure that your needs and the needs of your partner are met. Now, also, one thing about compromise is accepting that people are individuals, and they've got different personalities and different ways of looking at the world, and you have to accept those people as well. So, if you find yourself at odds, be willing to work through issues honestly and with love, and, be confident that your differences can be resolved if you are having some issues here. Now, if you're actually single and you are seeking to enter into a romantic partnership, you really need to balance aspects of your own life. And when you do that, you're going to be able to open up the way for new love to come in. So if things have been imbalanced, if you've been working too much and you don't have enough time to spend on yourself and nurture yourself, and having that wonderful playful energy just to be with your friends and family, not in a love relationship, then things are out of balance. So you really have to make sure that you are balancing life, and that's going to set the tone for new romance when it comes in for you. It's just a lovely card. But this also talks about patience. So if you have been feeling a little bit anxious because you're not in a relationship yet, or if you are in a relationship and things aren't working out exactly how you want them to, patience is very important here for you as well. Now, the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. Now, the crown chakra is it's violet. It can also be white light. Now, I didn't have any violet cards, so that's why my crystals are on the pinkish side here. But the crown chakra is really the one that is on the top of the head, and it's the center of, it's that chakra that links you to the universe and your higher consciousness. And it's a connection between wisdom and spiritual insight as well. And whenever you get these chakra cards in a reading, you are really asked to revitalize them. So sit quietly and visualize a lotus bud on the top of your head and see it blossoming, and see a shower of whitish violet sparkling light shining down from the universe onto the lotus, filling it and nourishing it, and then let it spill down over you, and then let the vision fade. And by expanding this chakra, it opens you up to receiving the ultimate bliss, divine love. And it also you can take comfort from this in knowing that you are absolutely cherished when you can open up that third chakra, that's crown chakra, sorry. And the third eye chakra there as well is that intuitive, clairvoyant chakra. It's right between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose, and it's going to assist you with your psychic and intuitive guidance. So I'm feeling there's a lot of messages coming through for you over the next 4 to 6 weeks, Pisces. And when you enhance this one, and you can enhance this chakra by closing your eyes and visualize a circle, a square, and then any image. Practice seeing with your mind's eye. Visualize things, open that chakra up, and really, by energizing this, it helps you to intuitively know what other people are feeling, what other people are thinking, what they are saying. Sometimes we hear the words, but we're not actually listening. So, this goes way beyond just face-to-face kind of stuff. This is deep psychic energy here, and it's going to allow you to build better and stronger bonds with the people around you. Now, also this is definitely, I'm sorry, I can't remember if I've already said this, but to me, I'm feeling like this is a balancing act that you are doing between your mind, your mind's eye, your psychic intuition. There's you're having to balance what you think and what you feel here as well. There's a lot of that coming in to your life in the next 4 to 6 weeks when it comes to relationships, because you've got this successful completion to one stage of your life and you are moving on to that next stage. There is a lot of thinking, and this can create a lot of questions and make you be thinking about which direction to go in now. So I hope I didn't ramble on too much there, Pisces, you beautiful Piscean people. Thank you so much for your support. If you are not so much interested in love, or you want a broader picture, I also do monthly readings. So I'll leave a link in this reading for you to check out if you're interested in that as well, of your monthly Pisces monthly May reading. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next month. Bye.